This is Matt in the Man Cave. It's late nights after dark. I hope you're having a really, really good day, my friend. We're going to be in Isaiah's writings, okay? And Isaiah is one of my favorite authors within the Bible, okay? We're going to be in chapter 40, okay? 40 meaning testing, okay? Verse 31. Listen to this. It says this, "But those whose hope is in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." I really, really like that, guys. Friends, I don't know if you know this or not, but life is really stressful. Have you noticed that? You're like, yeah, welcome to my world, man. Listen. Every single day, we have something called stress, okay? Oftentimes, our stress is brought on by one thing. We want something right now. Listen. I've noticed in my own life, when I want something to happen right now, or I feel I have to make a decision right now, or something needs to take place right now, do you know what comes upon me? Stress. Think about it. Think about all the times that stress comes upon you. I'm running late for work, okay? And I'm going to be late. I'm going to get jumped on by the boss, okay? And I don't want to speed, okay? Because I don't want a ticket, but I am speeding, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, you know what I'm saying? And then in the back of my mind, it's like, speeding is sin because I'm breaking the laws of the land. I mean, we're always a house divided, you know? It's like, but that's a small sin. Okay, let's go with that, okay? I don't think so. Jesus died on the cross for all sin, okay? And if that was the only sin that was in your life, he would have died on the cross just for that one free one, okay? Look at. So we put these parameters on us that create stress instead of resting in peace, instead of resting in Christ. Whenever we put timetables on stuff that something needs to take place right now, stress comes. Every single time. Look, I'm on vacation going to Dollywood when I lived in Kentucky. Okay, I was going to Bible college, and in my mind, I decided we need to be there when the gates open. And I am just driving like a madman. Don't ask. But look, I'm putting all this undue stress on me and the family. You're like, Matt, why on the family? They're just in the car with you. Exactly. You. Look, are you a prophet? Look. So we're driving. And all of this has come up because I put a timetable that has to take place for us to get at the park so we can be the first at the ride so we can enjoy the spoils of Dollywood, okay? I did it. You and I both do it, okay? When we put time limits on God. Now listen to this. There's things that you want in this life, are there not? You're like, yeah. I mean, would you like a promotion? Yeah. Some of you, I know because you email me all the time. You want a wife. You want a relationship with a female. You've described her. She's hot. She really is. You want her godly, but you want her hot, okay? And you want all these different things in life, and you desire all these different things in life, okay? And you've put on God a time limit. And you're going to try to help God out because he's not meeting the time limit. He must not have a watch. I thought God, being God, would have a Rolex or at least an Omega like James Bond. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't he know I want it now? And because you want it now and you're desiring it now, and here's the thing, God's not a good God unless he gives it to me. Say it. Now, you put a time limit on which what? Stresses you out because you can't rest. You can't relax. It's the opposite of what? Trust. Stress. Stress, by definition, means this. Everything needs to happen right now. Is that a truth? It's not truth. If you believe it to be true, what do you have? If you believe that to be true, I have to do this right now. I have to be there right now. Life is passing me by right now. You get stress, okay? Stress affects your body. Stress affects your attitude. Stress affects your behavior, how you speak, how you view things. Okay, because here's the thing. You want something now. God said he was going to give it to you in his timetable, but because you want it now, you have stress. You have stress because you want it now, and God said he was going to do this, but you want to help him out, but you can't help him out because it's above and beyond anything that you can do in your own strength, meaning you would really like to help him fulfill his promise to you, but you can't, and you're desiring it, and you're really longing for it, almost where you're getting into idolatry. I mean, you're just thinking, how's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? You're trying to figure everything out. Friends, you want to know the opposite of stress? Faith. Faith means this. I trust God in his timing that he's going to bring it to pass. What? Whenever I get to Dollywood's fine. I'm going to have a great time with the family. If I get fired, I get fired. I'll meet the girl of my dreams when God brings her across my path. It may just be at church. Maybe I should get up. See, everything is in His timing. Everything is under His what? His sovereign control. It's resting. I know it's going to happen because he told me it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? This gets us in trouble more than you know. Timing gets us in trouble because we live in a generation, and we live here in America. You know what I'm saying? We want what we want right now. 95% of the people who are in debt right now wanted it now. They didn't want to save. They didn't want to wait. They want it now. They were willing to pay top dollar for it now. Can't afford it, but I want it now. You see what I'm saying? My car, it doesn't get good gas mileage. Does it run? Oh yeah, it runs. But you know, I'm not going to meet Matt. Listen, to all people, you would understand. The girl of my dreams, okay, I'm helping God out. The girl of my dreams needs to see me in a bright red Camaro. I mean, she needs to see me in that car, and I know she'll be smitten by me when she sees me in that car, and I'll be like this. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be kind of cool. You know, I'll have like a Coke here, and and so I understand. Okay, so you're going to get in all kinds of debt, and then you can't even afford to take her out, can't afford to put gas in the car, can't afford the insurance. I mean, there's a lot that goes along with that. Versus waiting and trusting God. Friends, if I was to share a quarter of the emails that I receive or the letters over the years, okay, from individuals, okay, who suffered the consequences, okay, of demanding the timeline agree with their schedule or what they wanted, okay, their desire right now, you would not believe it. There was a guy in Bible college, he was just so lonely. I mean, listen. And I was praying with him, and other people were praying that, hey, God's going to bring a nice young lady, a Christian woman, a beautiful woman across your path. Okay, she's going to be everything to you. She's going to complete you. I mean, I was praying it, and I just felt it. I mean, I literally felt it, but he couldn't wait. So what does he do? Listen, what does he do? He gets on the internet. You're going to be kidding me. Oh, no. He gets on the internet and starts, you know what I'm saying, getting these chat rooms, getting into this Christian garbage and stuff. And look, I'm not saying that's wrong. A lot of men have met women, Christian women that way, okay? It was wrong for him because God told him to wait. See what I'm saying? God has told some of you to wait, okay? But you don't want to wait, okay? Because your watch is fast, okay? Where God's is on time perfectly, okay? Yours is cheap. He has a nice watch, okay? Listen, I'm going somewhere. So listen what happens, okay? He gets on a plane after chit-chatting for months, like 2 months. He flies over. Now, she's a Christian. She's a singer at the church, and she could sing. Listen, she could flat out sing. He stays with the pastor, and he kind of sees the gal during the day for like a week. You know what he decides to do? We need to get married. Because it's wrong to have sex before marriage. Was he right about that? Absolutely, he was right. Was it right for him to get married to this woman? This wasn't God's first choice. This wasn't God's choice at all. So he gets this gal, everything she owns, and they drive in her busted up car, quit her job where she's ministering at a large church. She quits school, all for the fantasy of getting married so they can hoochie coochie, okay? Well, I come home one day after school, and listen to this. This is the funniest story. There's this red carpet down my back stairs, right? And the guy who was driving me up to my house, he said, Matt, what's with the red carpet? It looks like someone stole it out of a church. You know, like one of those huge red carpets when you first walk in the door? And the only thing I could think of is me and my wife had such a great, marriage. I thought, maybe my wife put it out there like I'm royalty, I'm her everything. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it wasn't that. The guy, my buddy, okay, who brought the girl across country, okay, he's there, she's in a wedding dress, and he's in his best suit. And there's another preacher guy, they're getting married on my back porch. On the red carpet. I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm not kidding. They're standing there, and you know what I'm saying? And they say, oh, good, you made it. I go, what are you guys doing? We're getting married. And I was like, really? And what do you say? Listen, what do you say? Look, you don't want to say, well, I don't think you should do that. I mean, honestly, you know what I'm saying? He had made his decision already. You know, he really had made his decision. I'm not going to say, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think this is of God. You know what I'm saying? I told you God had a special woman for you. They get married, she moves in on campus, what they wanted the most they're doing, and it's not all that it was cracked out to be, meaning this, it wasn't, they weren't to be together. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, it's like oil and water. It's happening, but it's not happening, okay? So Matt, what happens? I got to hear the rest of the story. The next semester comes, okay, and a missionary family comes into school, meaning the missionaries are going to teach, and the daughter is going to attend school for free, okay? The daughter, stone fox, okay? And here's my buddy sitting next to the missionary guy's daughter in class, and my friend is smitten, but he's married, okay? His wife's pregnant, okay? And he's sitting next to, honestly, many people believe that. He's sitting next to his wife that he should have married, but he tainted it. He literally ruined it, okay? They had everything in common. They were perfect together. And the missionary daughter was in love with him, yet he didn't trust God and wanted what he wanted right now. And he missed out on his best friend, life partner, and probably the greatest love of his life. He knew it. He literally knew it. He came up to me. He says, "You're not going to believe this, man." I go, "What?" He says, "I'm not saying that I don't love my wife. But," he says, "I think I was supposed to marry this gal." And I was like, "Are you kidding?" He's like, and I knew it. I had that thought because I saw them together in class, when they were in groups together, when they were sitting at the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "What do I do?" And I says, "There's nothing you can do. Okay, you jumped the gun. You sinned against God. You wanted what you wanted right now instead of waiting." Friends, there are dire consequences to jumping ahead of God's plan. Okay, now if God is leading you, okay, where God leads, He will provide. Now I'm not trying to get you gun shy of moving forward. Okay, oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. But sometimes we are just hell bent on what we want, and we just have that check in our spirit that it is a weight. It's not so much a no, but it is a weight. And here's the thing, what comes along with that check in the spirit? Stress on so many different levels. We're a stress case. It affects all of our life. When you're disobeying God, you're going to be stressed out in every different area of your life. You're going to be short with people. You're not going to have understanding for people. I mean, this is how it is, okay? Because you're not resting. You're not whole. The Spirit of God isn't flowing in and through you, and you can't give what you don't have. And demanding your rights and your timing is never a good thing, because faith says this: I'm going to wait on God and His timing, and He always comes through at the right time. Friends, sometimes our timetables are just wrong. Terribly wrong. Just literally wrong. Matt, bring it home and let's close this pig. All right, let's do that. Friends, I don't want any of you looking back in life with great regret because you were impatient. Listen, and you didn't want to wait on God. And there is just something about sitting at the feet of Jesus. Guys, there's a story in the New Testament about two sisters. One was named Mary, one was named Martha. Okay? Martha asked Jesus to come over to the house. She wants to make him dinner. And here's the thing, that's the right heart, is it not? You know what I'm saying? I want to be with Jesus no matter what the cost, okay? And so Jesus comes over. Now watch this, okay? Martha is a stress case because she just came up with this idea on the fly. She hadn't prepared anything. I mean, she just knows what she wants. Is that not a good thing? I want Jesus to come over. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it takes, okay? Well, Jesus comes over right then and there, okay? And she's in the kitchen like a mad woman, okay? But Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus. And she's just enjoying Jesus. The very thing that Martha wanted, she's getting. She's sitting there listening to Jesus, and Jesus is speaking, and Mary in her own way is loving Jesus and just looking into his eyes and listening to everything he says. And Martha, she just can't get the meal together, you know what I'm saying? And nothing was ready. This was just a rash decision, you know what I'm saying? So Martha comes out of the kitchen twisted. I mean, she's sideways. I mean, she's really bugged. I mean, she is, you talking about stress 101. And she goes out and she starts going off on Jesus. And she says, "Hey, Jesus, do you not care that I'm in there and I'm slaving for you and I'm trying to bust my butt for you and I'm trying to make you a big meal, okay? And Mary is just sitting at your feet. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing anything. I'm doing everything. I need help." You know what Jesus says? I mean, honestly, when you read the original language, okay, Martha was losing it in front of Jesus, okay? And I just think that's so funny because all of us have lost it in front of Jesus, okay? Think about that. Have you not lost it in life? If you've lost it in life before, you lost it in front of Jesus, yet he still loves you. Guys, listen to what Jesus says, okay, in Luke, okay, chapter 10, verse 42, okay? She says this right, okay, to Martha, who has just went off. I mean, just literally got off because of Mary, okay? He says, there is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her. You see what I'm saying? Basically, Jesus was saying, she chose the better thing. I could go without food. She knew what she wanted. You wanted me, but you decided it was more important for you to cook for me, okay? What's important is for you to sit at my feet. Guys, you want to hear something that's so funny? I've heard pastors, okay, after Jesus spoke this, okay, and set Martha in her place, I've heard pastors defend Martha. You see what I'm saying? Like Martha was working for the Lord, and that's what needs to be taken care of. And the church wouldn't run unless it's people working for the Lord. That's what they preach. There's a lot of preachers that they skip over Mary as if Jesus made a mistake. Friends, I want to share something with you. Listen very carefully, okay? You can never be a Martha working in the church until you're a Mary at the feet of Jesus. Listen to very carefully what I said. You can never be a Martha or be anyone working within the church with any type of influence, okay, or giftedness, okay, if you are not first willing to sit at the feet of Jesus and listen and allow him to minister, instruct, okay, and speak into your life. You need to be Mary before you even qualify to be a Martha. You have to understand this. That is the premise here, okay? Mary was not stressed out at all. She's sitting at the feet of Jesus. She's doing what was what in her heart's desire and what was necessary for her. She knew, I can't go another day without being at the feet of Jesus, but Martha could. She's going to ink through it. She's going to, in her own strength, make the meal, do whatever it takes, okay? I'm going to serve my Lord a meal. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I may have to do it all on my own, but I'm going to do it. How many people are in the church that are like that, okay, who cause collateral damage? How many people are in the church that are just like that, who are not under the influence of the Holy Spirit, that they're in a position that they don't even qualify for, and they're under what? They're working without the giftedness and the Spirit resting upon them. There is no anointing on some of those individuals. They can't teach and do anything but cause heartache, pain, and suffering because they're not willing to rest at the feet of Jesus. You have to be Mary before you will ever work for the Lord as a Martha. You understand? Which one was stressed out? Let me ask you this. Which one are you? Hey, this is Matt, late night in the Man Cave.